Hello, my name's Matt Campbell, and I'm going to share about a time in my life where anger was affecting me and my family in a very, very negative way. Shortly after Karina and I got married, within about a year or so, we moved my mother in with us because she was battling cancer and was going on to hospice care. And so we actually moved into a different house and moved my mom into a room, and all seemed okay. And then Karina and I decided that we were going to have children, and very shortly after that, Karina became pregnant. My mom had seemingly a miraculous recovery and went into remission. And the doctors told us part of that was the onset of having another grandchild, and literally the power of her will to want to see that. Our firstborn was born in October, Mitchell, and 3 months later exactly, my mom passed away. But she was able to see Mitchell, and we had pictures of her holding him when he was an infant, and all was good. But one of the things that struck me and that was noticeable was that during the holidays I would have this, best I could describe it was bitterness. And we had gotten into the tradition of sharing holidays with Karina's family because I didn't have any other family. And so it just became a tremendously disruptive force every time we all got together. And I was picking at things, and I was angry about this, or I was angry about that. And Karina and I rarely ever even argued, at home or during the rest of the year. It was just this one time a year, and it really, really became an issue, a negative issue. I felt like Pigpen, and everywhere I went, I was surrounded by this cloud of nastiness during that time. And this went on for a number of years. And one Christmas Eve, I was standing in the room. The 3 children were sleeping, and I was literally just listening to them sleep and listening to their breathing. And I said out loud, for some reason, "I wish my mom was here." And it struck me like a ton of bricks in that moment that one of the things I was dealing with was this anger about her not experiencing these holidays and this time with my family. And I don't know if it's jealousy or it's envy. I don't know what it is about the fact that Karina's family was able to experience that, and my mom missed out on all of it. For years I had been leaving a trail of chaos and disunity and all of this unrest. And I think a lot of times this is where people oftentimes get angry at God. And I may have been close to that, but I never acknowledged that I was angry, so I didn't really ever get to that point. I just knew that everything was wrong. Once I realized what it was I was angry about, it was actually relatively simple to kind of reset the way I was thinking and understand that as part of the grief response, and that while I had sadness to deal with, I wasn't going to lose one more day, one more moment, one more holiday to that kind of anger and bitterness. And that was a tremendous turning point. My perspective completely changed. And didn't change just about my own situation, but about all the ways that we allow anger, unresolved or even that anger that we don't understand, to come into our lives and to steal from us that kind of joy, that kind of peace and harmony that we should have with our family. It changed my perspective in the sense of realizing just how scarce those times are that we all get to be together. It changed my perspective in understanding that what I was angry about was my loss, not about, I wanted to blame it on my mom's loss or about somebody else's, having joy, but it was really my loss that I was upset with. We can't get angry about the things that we don't have. We can't allow that bitterness to dwell in us. And I think the most important thing that I can come away from all of that with is that it's not that anger in itself is wrong. It's that we don't recognize what it is we're really angry with, or we don't recognize the anger. And when we recognize that, we can be angry with the situation. We can be angry with the circumstances. But we can't necessarily be angry with all the people that are around that surround that. If I can be angry at a situation, but treat all the people with love, I'm going to have a much, much more content life. I'm going to have a much, much more peaceful family. And I'm going to have days that are blessings, not curses. That's what I want for the rest of my days.